What is happening YouTube? It is your boy Pritpal from Pritpalsprojects, and today we are at VAG Central Parts UK and we are going to be working on the S3. So Dubclub is tomorrow night and it's a show that I've been going to for years and I'm a proper loyal fan. I've been going there every year, used to take all my Mark 3s, and I'm going to be parking inside the show tomorrow. So because of that, I thought it's time. I need to clean the S3 and actually clean it, like give it a proper clean, and also lower it a little bit because the front's always been just a little bit too high. So I'm going to drop the front down about 10 mil, give the car a clean and try and make it as good as possible for the show. So join me on the journey. So one really cool thing that I've got recently is this. So one of my mates actually 3D printed it for me. I've got two of them now. My uncle did another one, which is like a prettier one, but this is the one that stays in my car. This is basically a spanner for the BBS caps. And it has a nice snug fit. And then you can just wrench the cap off. Because if you own some of these, you know it's normally a pain to get that off. But that just makes it so I can make it nice and clean and it doesn't get disturbed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack the wheel off, jack it up in the air, and then drop the suspension probably about 10 mil, and hopefully it sits a lot closer to what the back looks like. So let's go. In case you've never seen it before, this is my brake setup on the S3. So we've got Leon Cupra R calipers, which are a straight on, bolt on job on this platform. Probably the best OEM brakes that you can get that will just bolt straight on with nothing to do. I got EBC yellow stuff pads and I just run them on M-Tech discs. And these were actually changed recently. The other thing, even though they're absolutely filthy, I got AP coilovers. And then the front end, everything's pretty much new, and the bottom has poly bushes on it. And I did all of this stuff before I even had the YouTube channel, but I literally just want to drop it down 10 more mil. So I'm just to make it look a bit better and sit a bit better, because I took the adjusters out of the rears, so they're as low as it goes, and where it's sitting is about where I like it. So if I drop this about 10 mil, should hopefully make the car sit just that little bit better. Alright, so to actually set the height on the coilovers, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to measure from the bottom of the thread to where the coilover bit is sitting at the moment, just so I've got an initial reference, and that is currently on 23 mil. So what I want to do is I want to keep winding this down, and I'm going to subtract about 10 mil. So I want to keep winding it down till it gets to about 13 mil. Might go less actually, because if you can see that rubber's kind of close. Let's just measure that. I've got that at 5 mil. Might drop it down 5 mil instead actually. Now I forgot a wire brush, and a wire brush would have made this a lot easier, but I would have just cleaned these threads up with a wire brush. Now I did grease all of these, so they should be pretty free, but I am going to spray it with a little bit of WD-40 just to get in there. I don't want too much. And now you just get the wrench spanners out and wind this down. I think I'm gonna go 5 mil actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go 5 mil. So this is what I was talking about when I said I needed to be careful. You can see that that rubber hose is super close to the bottom of that, so I've only taken it down 5 mil. but hopefully that gives me what I'm looking for. So now, one of the other main reasons why I came here is because I've got this dent in my wing, and it absolutely breaks my heart when I see it. And because the show is there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and knock this out just a little bit, just to make it a bit more presentable. But I gotta take the arch lining off to do that. So I'm gonna quickly rip that off and then take some hammers to it and see if I can make it look a little bit better. I do have to be careful though to not make it any worse, and it will be getting changed in the future because this car's bodywork is just terrible and it does need a full respray, which is hopefully what I plan to do. But for now, let's just make it look a little bit better. If you're an S3 owner, I would highly recommend you take your arches off and have a look. This is probably why they all rust out on the sills. Nasty, nasty stuff. So in order to straighten this out, I'm gonna try and use some bodyworking tools. So hammers, dollies of various different ones. I got quite a few in the toolbox, so I'm literally just gonna start trying to massage it out a little bit and see where we get to. If I'd be honest guys, I'm pretty happy with that. It's obviously still dented there on the edge. I can't bring that lip back without actually beating on it a lot and maybe heating it up a little bit, but for a little bit of work with a hammer, it's made it a lot less visible. So now when you step back, the S3 still got its shape, whereas that was proper caved in, and that door line seems to match up now. So I'm pretty happy with that.
All these opportunities were just across the bridge. The world was more than twice the size, and now I was a kid. Traded in the comfort zone for life, I'm on the edge. I was gaining on my dreams, holding tightly to the pledge to myself. Was quick to move, was waist deep in the sand. We were starving to beat off all the seeds that we planted. Somewhere back a couple of years in the attic, I almost ditched the plan. To ship the work to the label back when the bars were bland. Man, on my word though, I followed through on prior engagement. The tip of my tongue not far from the innovation. Now it's mine for the taking. Tell the people mistaking me for somebody to toy with, the plug the ox to play me. Time was paralyzed, I felt the strain to stretch my lungs. Confidence depleted right along with all the funds. Those days it was less about the bread that we obtained. No other way to slice it, I was scraping by on crumbs. But I loved the feeling the odds against me. Could it tell me that I wouldn't get it? I wanted plenty, I was quick to defend me. Feeling surrounded by angels, demons on rare occasion. Trying to shake the momentum, soon as I find a cadence. Leave it all on the record, if it's my only reference. Shocked how the bars been electric, you could tell that they felt it. Pushing the weight of the world while they sound all the fresh. Forcing the fame in my favor, kick back and watch the skeleton. More than just all in a day, spend time with the struggle, I know it too well. We gone separate ways. See, my biggest fear is the change.
So finally got the S3 lowered, and it is sitting a little bit better, I think. I just need to let the shock settle in a little bit, but we're gonna give it a quick wash now. So I'm gonna set the GoPro up, give it a full wash, make it look clean and get ready for the show. If we've got a little bit of time, I might try and polish it, but that's probably not gonna happen. But let's get it clean at least.
Secluded deep in my mind, I'm looking out through the lens. Was in a rush to become who I am. Looking back, then I realized that I do it again. All these unfamiliar faces fade from existence. Back with impeccable time and I've been forgiven, but I'm never forgetful. I kept it solid and simple, stuck to the rail. My word been a bind, yours artificial. You frequent with the slipper. Used to love this more like this was all that I needed. Travel the edge of the world, I mixed the pleasure with business. Took my time on it, won't benefit from overdue revision. Learned through they lackluster love is rooted deep in the evil. Won't tread water lightly, the waves intimidate them. Won't lend my hand much too often, I set the expectation. Now I navigated dolo, unclear on praises you gave. When there's the finest line between jealousy signs of your vibration. This one's for them calling me crazy, more for the ones that told them pay me no mind. Those were the words that shaped me. Well rounded it would appear that I pieced it all together. Standing here puzzled at the way we built up the foundation. This one's for the brodies, I got us. Get 50-50, keep it some of 100. Make do what life has got us. Let go of wait and put faith in the process. Make the most of it. All we got is the time we allotted. Call it how I see it, provide our witness statement. The way things been going, I'm all in on the table. They made the plan for their night, I made the long-term arrangement to take it up to a peak that we no longer afraid of. I just wanna be your everything, 'cause that's who you are to me.
Lie to me, tell me that you'll be there for me. Things been feeling crazy lately.
So that's it. I've actually washed the car. So I used Autoglim stuff. I am not sponsored. I am not famous enough yet, but I used the Autoglim 3-stage jet wash stuff. So there's a snow foam, there's a wash, and then there's a seal, and that's just to protect the car. And it doesn't look too bad so far, but let's see what it looks like at Dubclub.
10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no dang. Everything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no dang. Everything I do for the gang. Everything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no change. Feel like Ice Cube, 'cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. Down on the ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no dang. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no dang. Anything I do for the gang. Yeah. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, how the paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now your money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. Down, ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no dang. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no dang. Anything I do for the gang. Yeah.
So this is it for the video. Dubclub has been a wicked night out. If you guys want to check it out, it's normally open on Wednesdays. I'm gonna be here pretty much most of the time because I've been coming here for years, and it's a wicked show to come and check out. But thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe if you like the content, and hopefully I got more on the way. Thanks for watching.
Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. Down, ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no dang. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no dang. Anything I do for the gang. Yeah.
Cheers, dude. Thank you.
Cheers. See you later.